What is going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys enjoy how this video looks, this is the GoPro Hero 10. Decided to downsize a little bit, man. I used to film with a Canon 80D, and it was a huge camera. It kind of made me not want to film as much, you know what I mean? It was just a hassle to film because it's so big. You have to lug around this huge camera. GoPro's pretty much just shoot and go, you know? So hopefully, you know, me picking up a GoPro will make me film a lot more things. I just love the simplicity of it. Anyways, hope you guys like the look of this. Today we are going to be messing around with the Coyote motor, and I believe today is the first time I filmed the motor. I took delivery of it a couple months ago. Me and my uncle already tore it apart, took all the accessories off. Now me and Xavier, you guys probably know him if y'all are OGs, me and him are gonna tear it apart, take the timing cover off, retime the motor, put some oil pump gears in it, and retime it, slap a 14 GT timing cover on it because it is a 2016 F-150 motor. It needs to have a later model GT timing cover to run the PBH speed drive brackets, so we can reuse all of our modular stuff, power steering, AC, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do that today, man. I'm really excited, super nervous. I've never timed a modular before, but my boy X has some experience in it. He actually has a 2016 F-150 that had some valve issues, that he had to retime his motor twice, and his truck is running awesome. So I trust him. He's gonna do some teaching today, and yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get on. All right, guys, we're here at my uncle's shop. Welcome back, bro.
What's going on?
How you feeling?
Well, I'm a little tipsy tonight.
Yeah, so this is the Gen 2 motor, guys. Xavier pulled up and he's like, "Are you sure this is a F-150 motor?" Because I put the coil pack covers on and the swap headers. But I was just explaining to him the reason I know this is a Gen 2 F-150 motor, because obviously it looks like a Gen 1, right? But the reason you could tell is that if it still has an intake manifold is Gen 2 only came with IMRCs, and the F-150 came with MAP sensors. The Gen 2 Mustang Coyotes are MAF, so not MAP. So yeah, Gen 2 F-150, this is gonna be awesome. Xavier, you wanna tell them your little story on your truck? I know you just said it, but let's
All right, so apparently on these Gen 2 F-150 motors, I have an F-150, and the valve guides, they get hot, and I had a valve guide blow a hole through it.
Yeah, we'll post a picture right now.
You just gotta be careful with these valve guides. I would change the valve guides to bronze ones. You can get them from MMR, you can get them from kind of anywhere. They're kind of common. Yeah. And that's the only issue that I've ever had.
Yeah.
But
so I was nervous going into this, and I'm like, man, I really don't know how to time it. I've gotten quotes anywhere from $400 to $1,000 on the timing job, and he was like, dude, I could do it. I did it on my truck twice. So I'm like, this is the same motor that's in his truck. It's a truck motor. It's the same exact thing. He's done it twice, so I trust him. I've seen a lot of videos on it, so I think I have enough knowledge to kind of just guide us through. I have the Ford workshop manual, so we're gonna follow it to a T, and hopefully you guys can learn something from this video. But yeah, I mean, he's done it a couple times, so I know that we'll be able to get through this thing and put the OPGs in. We got a new Ford pump here, as you can tell, and all of our tools laid out, so we're gonna start getting after it, man. All right, guys, so far I haven't seen inside this motor, so I was just telling him, man, like, I'm afraid that it's gonna be sludgy or something. BJ has assured me that it is a low mileage motor, and like looking in after we pulled the coil packs out, they do look pretty solid. I can see a little bit inside the oil cap, and it looks clean in there, so a little bit of oil staining, so we'll see how it looks. The VCT does have a little bit of oil staining, so.
Are you keeping VCT?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100% keeping VCT. The fast guys know VCT is the way to go. VCT stock computer shit has been 6s in the quarter via Lund Racing. So yeah, there's no reason we should get rid of VCT, especially under 1,000 horsepower. Anything above that, then yeah, it does make sense to remove VCT and lock the cams, but you know, we're gonna stay under 800. So how's that oil look? Dark as fuck?
No, that's actually pretty damn clean.
I guess it still got oil in it. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. X is working on the valve cover bolts right now.
Ready?
And all right, yeah. You got them all out?
Yeah.
Let's be easy so I don't have to buy new valve covers.
I still want to.
Gasket's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, mine were a bitch to take off.
Oh, this one's still on? Or did you loosen it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's just
Oh shit.
That's just a clip.
Yeah.
It's hard. You're not gonna use them anyways. Are you putting where are you getting your injectors from?
Oh, that's my fucking harness shit, huh?
Yeah, but you got 2 more here.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
What's your where are you getting injectors from?
Injectors, I got ID 1050X's. Came with my blower kit.
That's what I have on my fucking car.
I mean, they don't know yet that I got a blower for this.
Oh, cool. You can just edit.
Dude, damn, I'm surprised they're stuck on there like that.
No, yeah, my truck was a bitch to get off.
Shitty.
They're fucking crazy. Dude, this motherfucker off right now.
Yeah, it's fucked up because they're plastic. So there ain't no really way to pry.
That's why I went to, what's it called?
Finally broke the seal. Let's see what they look like. Damn, let's go.
Yeah, this motherfucker clean.
How many miles do you think? Pretty solid, dude. Pretty solid. Does it look cleaner than yours?
Oh yeah. Wait.
Hell yeah. So his truck, he got it with 60,000 miles, of course, kept up. How many, like what oil change intervals do you do?
Like 6,000 to 7,000.
That's good. I plan to do 3 to 5 on this just because I'm running E85.
I do Royal Purple, so Royal Purple can last a little longer.
Yeah. So he said this looks better than his motor. I mean,
No,
whenever you pull it apart.
Excuse my language.
No, you're good. We cuss on this channel.
No, this is very clean.
Let's go, man. I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked. This is awesome, dude. I'm so excited. BJ, shout out to you, man. So guess how much I got this motor for and transmission. I haven't told you, right? Motor and 6R80.
35.
What do you think is a good price?
A good price?
Yeah.
For motor transmission? That would be $8 grand, $9 grand.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah, for this mileage, for this condition, I haven't seen it, so I just trusted BJ on what he went off of. I got the motor and transmission for $4,500, and then I sold the 6R80 for $1,000, so I got $3,500 into the motor, and this motor's pretty fucking clean. And hopefully we could reuse these oil pack fucking. Those motherfuckers stayed on there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. This is bank 1, right?
Yes.
Backwards. Oh no, I mean.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Just a little bit of oil staining here, but hell yeah, shit's still clean, man. Thankfully they kept up with the oil changes on this motor. I mean, unless this motor actually has 20,000 miles, 20 to 30,000 miles, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We're gonna see what type of oil staining the head got. Not too bad, but this is why you run a catch can or just vent to atmosphere. That's what I got. I got breathers for NA, but once we go boosted, we'll definitely run catch cans, cause that's how mine look whenever I fucking got it. Just build up of oil. That's how yours look. Did you ever pull your intake off?
No.
Yeah. Knock sensors. Alright, almost fucking ready to pull the timing cover, right? We'll pull the balancer.
Yeah, we gotta pull the balancer.
guys, right now we're pulling the spark plugs to be able to turn the crank fairly easy, because we have a crank turning tool. I don't know where it's at. So I know a lot of people use the factory bolt with like a washer and shit. I just don't like the thought of cranking against the crank and potentially stripping out the threads, and we have a whole nother issue. So Xavier already brought this tool over. It should turn fairly easy once the spark plugs are out. I bought all new spark plugs also, so this motor does look fairly new, so the spark plugs might be pretty clean. If they're clean, like there ain't no soot or anything on them, I'll probably reuse them, because I'm really gonna probably put 1,000 miles on the motor before we have to change them again. I'll let you guys think while we'll have to change them again. But yeah, man, I'm really just starting out NA for the YouTube thing. You know, if I was doing this without YouTube, I wouldn't have even started NA. I would have started putting all the blower stuff on there. I guess a little bit of oil on that one. Not nothing crazy. But yeah, I mean, I got a blower for it already. No reason not to tell you guys. But yeah, if I was not doing the YouTube thing, I would have for sure already did a fuel system. I got a budget style fuel system for the Corvette style. So I'm gonna show you guys if that works or not. You know, I'll be the test dummy for y'all, because I know a lot of people will do this swap and pretty much stay NA. I mean, you get the driving characteristics of the Coyote, you get the miles per gallon, so this thing will make a badass daily driver, and then you get 400 horsepower, you know. So I know a lot of people will stay NA, and for NA you don't need a return style fuel system. You'll be just fine with the Corvette style regulator and some 6AN lines. You know, 6AN is pretty much overkill. But yeah, we're gonna be running that for now. And then once we go boosted, I thought about playing around with a bigger fuel pump and a BAP and all that shit, but man, really to do it right, I say you just go return style, you know. And especially if you're gonna push over 650, 10 PSI is pretty much the max on pump gas. Since this one is lower on compression than a Mustang motor, you could probably get away with a little bit more on pump gas. Maybe like 700 to just lower compression. I believe these are like 10 to 5, right? Mm-hmm. Mustangs are 11.0. Gen 1 and Gen 2, that is. Gen 3 is 12.0. But yeah, man, these don't look fucking bad. Did you reuse them? By Brandon was in it?
Nah, Brandon.
$80 for a set of spark plugs.
No.
It's all good.
I think for my whole timing swap, I spent probably like 1,600.
Yeah, so I was telling Xavier, man, I went and bought all the gaskets and everything. Really, these are reusable gaskets, but when I bought the timing cover off of that guy, he sold me this timing cover here. It's a 14 GT timing cover. He literally sold me all these gaskets. I mean, well, he gave them to me. All these gaskets, valve cover gaskets, everything brand new. And I paid like $500 for these, exhaust gaskets, water pump, and spark plug. Close to 500. So yeah, all the spark plugs are out. Things should turn fairly easy. Give it a try right now. Oh yeah. Remove this oil cooler. This motherfucker's gonna be in the way. But yeah, so we're gonna go off the Ford workshop manual. I'll show you guys right now. If you guys are doing this at home and you guys don't have the workshop manual, I could send you this link to this Google Drive. It's still pretty tough. So this is what we're going off of. Strictly Ford manual. It says to rotate it until it's at the 730 position. We have to verify the right hand keyway is right here, which it's 12 o'clock position looking at the motor. So if you turn it to 730 and it's not there, do another revolution and it should be there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. All right, so keyway, as you guys can see, it's pretty much 7:30 right there, and the right hand timing mark is right there. I'm trying to show you guys in depth because there is probably like 2 videos on how to time a Gen 2 F-150 motor. This is specific to F-150. Mustangs are different as far as the timing job goes on these. So this is specific to 15 to 17 F-150. So yeah, man, we're gonna show you guys how to get this done. Right now we're good. I think we can start removing the guides. We'll remove the tensioner first. And you can actually, instead of having to put this in a vise, all I did was push the guide against it, and then I shoved a 2mm Allen wrench into it. So we should be able to loosen these, take this off, take the guides off, and then the this chain should come off, no problem. As you guys can see, it's already pretty loose. All right, left side timing chain is off. Cams didn't jump, so that's good. That's how you know if you have the keyway in the right position. You know, if you don't do it right, the cams will jump. You'll be in a whole another situation. So we're gonna put the left side timing components here, right side on this side.
We're not taking none of this off, right?
No, everything's staying. And I believe these are like torque to yield too, right? You need new bolts.
Yeah, how about, yeah, you can get ARP ones pretty cheap.
Yeah, so we don't have to do none of that. So this should be even more simpler than your truck. So now we're gonna rotate this. All right, so we start off at 7:30 and then remove these. We did all that. And then now it says right here, use special tool, rotate the crankshaft 1 complete revolution. So all the way back to 7:30 and then to 3:30. So all the way to 7:30 and then a little bit over to 3:30. So if you guys are wondering why I'm even doing this, well, one, we have to remove the front cover, right, to put the GT timing cover if you're gonna run the PBH speed drive bracket. So I decided, since we're already here, that we'll do oil pump gears. I don't really subscribe to the notion of oil pump gears. I kind of think it's a gimmick. You know, there's high horsepower stuff out there with stock oil pump gears. If I had a new Mustang and I was going to install a supercharger, I would not rip the motor apart to put oil pump gears in, man. I would just throw the supercharger on how it is. But since we have to remove the timing cover, we're already here. I'd be kicking myself in the ass if I didn't do oil pump gears and there was an oil pump gear failure. Especially with Gen 2s. I heard Gen 2 oil pump gears are pretty stout. So yeah, we're gonna rotate it 1 complete revolution and then to 3:30. And then we'll be good, man. We'll be able to take the right side off. Let's go ahead and do that. So I was kind of nervous doing this. Like I said, we were at the 3:30. No, we were at 7:30. Rotate it all the way around to 7:30, and then you rotate it to about 3:30. And then it doesn't say it in the manual, but the left timing mark is here. And how X explained it to me was, you'll know if you know you have all the pressure off the valves. If you look at the cam loops, you can see none of them are being pressed in, and you guys can feel it. Don't be like me and think that this thing's gonna be easy to turn. You have to use force. But once you get into the right spot, you can feel it. The motor just kind of free spins, and then you're good to go. So right now, we're gonna push this in, and then pin it, and start removing it.
Dude, that's work.
Yeah. All right, we got the tensioner off. Guide should come off, and then chain comes off. Oh shit.
See, this is what they're talking about. See how much tension's on it?
Yeah.
What you can do is you can rotate this slightly to create some slack on this side.
All right. Come on. All right, now crank sprocket's off. Now we can install our Billy Badass aftermarket crank sprocket.
Billy Badass?
Billy Badass. All right, so right now we're removing the pickup 2 bolts to the oil pump. And I mean, I guess we could have removed the oil pan, but I don't feel like draining the oil and doing all that shit, so. And is the oil pan gasket reusable? So right now we're just removing the bolts. The left bolt was fairly easy. The right bolt, I'm having to you know, use 2 fingers to get it out. Just make sure you guys don't drop it inside the pan. I just dropped the wrench inside my pan. Got it out. Not too bad. I can see how it is a pain in the ass inside the car, but I just stuffed a rag down there just in case, you know, we did drop one. But yeah, both bolts are out. Now we can remove the oil pump. And on topic of oil pump gears, guys, I'm not gonna tell you which brand to use, which brand to stay away from. I went with a brand that's not really, you know, people don't say to go with that brand, you know what I mean? I just went with that brand because that's what my tuner recommended me, and that's what this parts house sold me on. And I ordered a whole pump assembly, and turns out that the pump is third party and it doesn't have any Ford stamping on it, so I'm not gonna run with that. I'm just gonna pull the gears out of that pump, and whenever I did that, I'm glad me and X tore it apart. There was no assembly lube in there, 0 oil, so first startup, you know, it would have been dry. So I recommend buying a new oil pump, no matter how many miles yours has. I guarantee you this oil pump is good, but I'm just go ahead and put a brand new OEM in there, pulling the gears out of the new pump and putting the gears into a new oil pump. But if you guys want to like a tried and true oil pump gear, go with like Ford Racing. I know Ford Racing does make some billet gears, or Triangle Speed Shop, but you guys can do whatever you want. Those are the ones that I've heard that are pretty solid. You know, they're worth the money. So I'm not gonna say what brand I got, but if we do have a oiling issue, you know, you guys will know. So yeah, that's my take on it. Not gonna talk any more about it. Let's remove this oil pump, and then we'll show you guys swapping the gears, put it back on, time the motor. We're good to go, man. Simple as that.
Fuck me.
All right, so we got the oil we got the oil pumps torn down. I didn't really care to see the drop test, but X wants to see the drop test, so go ahead.
Which one?
Not those. Those ones right there. So he wants to see if they'll crack, and I'm like, dude, I really don't care. You know, your motor's never going to see this force of concrete. But I mean, it's spinning around, hitting the rev limiter, you know, I don't know if it's the same force, but we'll see. Go ahead. Well, it sounded like it already. See, expect for cracks. Yeah, it should be on the outside. Damn, look! On the first fucking drop, bro. Look at that. Drop it again, see if it'll fucking break into pieces. Drop on a separate side, yeah.
Kind of fell a little stupid there.
Alright.
Oh, look, it opened.
Open up more. Drop it like this to see if it'll fucking break again. Man, it still didn't break into pieces, man. There it goes. There goes your motor. Metal shaving into your motor. All right, so we're gonna go back in with the bolts. We already got the gears installed. We're gonna put a little bit of blue Loctite. It's other manufacturer's pump. Little ass bolts. Crazy. Ford doesn't use any, but we're gonna just use blue Loctite. Just a little bit. And then these ones, you don't want to zap them down because they're tapered. So you want to start them all by hand and then torque them down, 89 inch-pounds. That's it, man. Once you get the pump back together. Oh, and you do need a new pickup O-ring. Every video I saw, every ride-up, you do need a new O-ring. So I got one from Ford, it's like $5. So you do need a new pickup O-ring. All right, boys, got it all back together. Whole thing's timed, torqued down, as you can see. Follow the workshop manual and y'all be all right. Now we're gonna be installing the new timing cover.
Just wipe the residue off. That's it. Yeah.
All right, man, I don't really know where I left off, but got the timing cover on. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Just follow every single, you know, stage on here in the manual. And then we're having hell putting the valve cover gaskets back on, but we finally got that. So got the passenger side on, and then driver side, my uncle's actually pressing these coil gaskets back on. because they kind of came off whenever we pulled them off. But yeah, man, 14 GT timing cover, ready to go. Looks pretty good. And then the last part is we're gonna put the valve covers on, and then I'll show you guys how we use this tool to put the balancer back on. And we'll be good to go. See that shit? It has like an aluminum spacer and a bearing on it. So pretty much just snug the black bolt down. You don't have to go crazy, and then just use a crescent to tighten the silver nut. And brings it in. That fucking hose.
That damn. Didn't have no fucking.
Oh, I forgot. Most of has a front facing camera. You got that 12.19? We only need the control pack, engine harness, and we're ready to go. I want to send a huge shout out my boy X. I know he didn't feel the best, but he stuck in there, helped us time the motor, and my uncle back there for letting us use his shop, man. And yeah, we should be getting this thing done. Hopefully we could drop the motor in within the next month or so, and give it a good fire, man. See how our work did. I'm really excited. All right, guys, as y'all can see, we're back home. Super excited, man. We got the motor done. Motor is ready to drop in. New oil pump gears. It's timed per the workshop manual. Everything went good. I think the battery died on the GoPro when I was installing the left-hand side of the motor. If you're looking at the motor, the left-hand side of the motor, installing the chains and the guides. Everything is per the workshop manual. You only go one full revolution when you're removing the chains. Whenever you go back on, you put the left hand side on, and I believe it's at 330. Go back to the video and watch. It's at the 330. You just turn it a little bit to 730, and then you're done. You put the left hand side chains on, put the tensioners on, and your timing marks will line up with the chains. I promise you. Everything was good, man. I'm really excited that part's done. I was really shooken up by it. I still am a little bit. Something's telling me that I'm gonna have some issues with oil pressure, but I think I'm good, man. We torqued everything down to spec to the degree, and per the workshop manual, man. So I think everything will be good. I'm just gonna watch that oil pressure like a hawk, and you know, do the logging and make sure the cams are where they're supposed to be and everything like that, man. So follow this video if you guys have a 15 to 17 F-150 motor specifically for trucks. Mustang have a different timing procedure, so make sure you guys are mindful of that. And like I said, if you guys need the manual for Mustang or F-150, I have all of the workshop manuals. I can send it over to you guys. Just send me your email in the comments down below, and I'll forward it over to you guys. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's gonna be all for today, man. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out my boy Xavier, and shout out my uncle for letting us use his shop. Super excited, man. Everything went so smooth. I was telling Phil, like my tuner, I was like, dude, you know when something's going too smooth, you're like, something's wrong. Like, you know, it should be tougher than this. It was pretty easy, man. If you know what you're doing, if you know you follow everything to the spec, to each step, man, it's super easy. You know, don't be afraid of it, man. This is my first time doing it, and my buddy was watching me. Super easy, man. So really excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's your boy ReyesBuilt. We'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out.